Okay, yes, I'm a hybrid. I have to get used to the idea that I really do, because I can feel the energy. I have to get used to the idea that a lot of people just don't like me. I don't know why they don't like me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I do know why they don't like me. They don't like me because I tell the truth. It's dangerous, I guess. But I think it's even more dangerous living with a lie. Now, I guess for me, in my mind, I go, what's the big thing? Or who's the big magical mystery who's like, this must be the way that it goes? Or is it us? Because I don't know everything. I wish, sometimes actually, no, I don't. Let me take that back. Sometimes I don't need to know every damn thing, but here are some things that I do know. I know that I come off as a kiss ass, yes, or somebody who's like, you just love white people. Yes, I actually do. I get a little bit fucked up, I guess, wrapping my head around a lot of things, like how I show up in the world. And I'm not at odds with it. I guess I just embrace it. It's just what it is. I get upset though because it's like, why do I have to conform to, or why should I be led to conform to any type of arena of a being? Like, are we just going to discredit all the other ancestors that are responsible for me showing up here? I'm here on I'm here on behalf of crime. There was some criminal conduct that occurred for me to get here, as well as on behalf of my child, or the child that I produced. Criminal conduct occurred, unconsequenced criminal conduct. And I could I could be like, I can't stand this system. How dare they not press charges against that damn heathen over there? But realistically, my grievance is with the one who trespassed me. This simply means that the one who was an opportunistic individual who took advantage of, I guess you could say, their advantage. Not saying that all males are just terrible creatures. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that all females are innocent little princesses and shit. No, I know that not to be true. I know that there are females who are just outrageous and just and that goes for both sides of the coin, male or female. But realistically, I don't like identifying under any specific trope. Yes, I do have a tendency to like Eurocentric ideals and people, because I'm with my experience, they showed up the best, meaning that they were the most intelligent, even if they were not geniuses. They gave a lot of good learning experiences. They, for the most part, did not take advantage of me or me in an ideal of me that I felt in pain or misery, like a lot of people did. I wish that I could or that I did have healthy things to say about people of color, but I don't. I wish I did. Perhaps maybe for my ancestors, yes, I'll speak on their behalf. To the intelligent women, I'm sure there may have been men as well, or maybe even in this world now who are here. I don't really meet them very often, but if I did, I would definitely let you know. It doesn't happen in abundance. But I do know who does show up in abundance, doing some very miraculous things. They're innovative. A lot of them I find to be attractive or very beautiful. And for the most part, they actually operate or operated with humanity and dignity. Now, if this offends people that I don't have great things to say about parts of my heritage or ancestry line, I'm not going to apologize. That has something to do with what's out of my control. And that's my perception. Am I going to feel good, or am I supposed to like feel good about making things up or lying about people? Because I'm not going to do that just so that other people can feel good. So if that makes me a bootlicker, I don't think that I am. I think I'm quite bitchy and annoying, to be quite honest. I think I have a lot of kinks in me and a lot of things that are just not as excellent as it could be. But I take accountability and responsibility for where I fall short, and I don't blame it on others. But I think, yes, overall, they were the ones, white people that is, the ones that people tend to lie about in this world for the most part. I mean, according to me and my experience, I can't speak on anyone else's terrible event. They did not. So if you ask me, I think people, yes, most people are lying. I think that they are respectable. I think that they don't get enough credit for their contributions to humanity. I think for the most part that they showed up and they did an exceptional job in comparison to what they could have been. I mean, hell, I imagine if I was a full-fledged white person, I'd probably be a cranky ass bitch 24/7, and I'd be like, fuck all y'all. And that's just the truth. I find it offensive that people are quick to throw any demographic under the bus, or they don't realize their abusive nature towards other people, especially towards my white citizens. I don't care what anybody has to say. I won't apologize for my theory or for what I believe to be true. I mean, they're just remarkable people. If anything, what people are saying about them is if they blame them, I'm like the fly swatter. They really don't need me to do this, but I do it out of good grace. Why? It has nothing to do with me wanting fame or fortune. I'm kind of like, I like money just like everybody else, but it's bigger than that. I think that most people in this world lie. They become adults and they just lie. And I think most people leech off of white people. And I got to give it to white people. I think that they're much more compassionate than I am. I'm only partially white. I'm not a full-fledged white person. Thank you to my grandfather for being the only individual in my gene pool that I was able to witness and see and experience in this life of choosing the higher road. He never was racist to me. He never even pointed out the differences between me and anyone else. He was gracious. He was Catholic. Not that that matters, because it doesn't matter to me. But to me, he was an exceptional man. And there was a lot of exceptional people in this world. I will never, ever say that this world or this planet was all terrible. No, but I think that the people that I learned the most from, or that were the most, I guess you could say, authentic, were Europeans. They could have been bitches and evil and racist, but they weren't that way to me. Now, other people have their own experiences. I didn't witness that. No, I don't live with my head buried in the sand, but I think that if anyone is deified in this setting, in this world, it would be them. I think that they've contributed the most in this planet. I really do. You've got some outliers who rise above and are kind of like just really great to the whole improvement or evolution of humanity, but it tends to be European Caucasians. You could say Asians too, but I'm talking about my personal experience. I haven't been everywhere in this world. So I'm not saying that what I'm saying cannot be debunked. I'm sure it could. But I'm saying that from a general overview and analysis, I think people don't give white people enough credit. Does that make me a kiss ass? It might, but I doubt it. I think some of my what do we call it, role models, or those who inspire me the most are white people, because they make the most fucking sense. Is it wrong to say that? Does that mean that I hate myself? I don't think so. Why would I hate myself in order to appreciate someone else who obviously is doing a better job at lifing than me? Does that make me a hater, or does that mean that I'm a traitor to my people? First of all, my people is the human race. So, thank you, white people, for going above and beyond in a world that's so damn dark. And rather than, because they could, if they wanted to, be like bragging and shit, like, we're the best. They kind of just like did it anyways, and they did a great job in comparison to, and I don't even like comparing, but in comparison to other demographics, they showed their asses up. Asians did too. You've got other groups and outliers who did, but for the most part, thank you. Give yourself credit where you give credit where credit's due. And why does it have to feel so filthy or like shameful, this oppressive ass spirit that is like, how dare you speak your mind, or how dare you give an evaluation of what you've seen in life? How dare I? How dare I not? I mean, there's a lot of people who did some very unbeautiful things to me in my life, and they did not happen to be white people. I find that to be the most offensive thing. Some people could say somebody paid you to do it, somebody put you up to do it, somebody convinced you to do it. Are you saying that white people convinced you to do that? Well, then I'm going to say, then kudos to them, because if you can get somebody to actually give up their own free will to be a decent human being, well, that takes remarkable skill now, doesn't it? I mean, literally, to be a controller of someone else's brain. That means that they've got a mastercraft all of their own. It also goes to say that a lot of people are powerless to them if the white people can get you to be evil to your own offspring. Okay? So thank you. Thank you, white people, for being wonderful. Even the bad ones, even the worst ones, tend to have more morality and dignity than a lot of people that show up in this world. Take an overview and just take a good look and observe for yourself, because I've seen many things. I haven't seen everything, but I've seen many things. As far as I'm concerned, they did a remarkable job at human life. We should be thankful for them, and other people, of course. But for the sake of being honest and truthful, there's nothing wrong with giving credit where credit's due, and I don't think they get enough credit. And I don't think that they should be always blamed for things that, quite frankly, I don't think is even necessarily their fault. Nobody should have that much power to be able to get you to be like that to your own offspring, of which you're responsible for creating. And if they can do that, well, then I'm just wondering, why are you even alive? If somebody has that much power over your mind and your actions. It's never happened to me. Nobody was like, ooh, you must be wicked to your children. You must be just ridiculous to your people. I've never done these things. As a matter of fact, I was treated like shit for treating people like they were actually human beings. And I was seen as some type of target. They were like, you must be like a gangster thug at all times in your life. No matter the fact that you're a woman, it doesn't matter. We're going to treat, a lot of demographics of people were like, we're going to treat you like you're a full-grown man, even though you're not. It's just very puzzling to me. I'm still wondering also, when are other folks going to be held accountable for their shit, or when are they going to acknowledge their shortcomings? I think also, yeah, like I said, the greatest archetype of human beings I mean, besides for me, was the white race. Thank you. Thank you for showing up, showing some law and order around this motherfucker, because Lord knows, what would this world be like without them? It'd be scary. Scarier than it already is. And I'll be the one to tell you the truth, because most people are too fucking afraid to admit it.